Next important topic is harmonic distortion evaluations. How to evaluate the harmonic distortions. So the harmonic distortion evaluations, first one is concept of point of common coupling, that is called PCC, point of common coupling. Second one is harmonic evaluation on the utility system. Third one, voltage limit. In harmonic evaluation there is a two topics: voltage limit evaluation procedure, harmonic current evaluation procedure. Third one is harmonic evaluation for end users facilities, current limit evaluation procedure. Point of common coupling means the point where the electrical conductors of the distribution system are connected to the customer's conductors and where any transfer of electric power between the customer and the distribution system takes place. Means point of common coupling means that is a conductor which is linked in between service conductor to our household conductor, which meet the point of intersection means customer conductor to distribution system conductor, where that meets that point is known as point of common coupling, PCC. Please observe carefully. So this is a diagram. Utility 22 kV grid supply system. This is a conductor. This is a customer 1 conductor, where that the distribution system customer 1 conductor, where the meeting point is nothing but boiling point or metering point. This is a customer 2, customer equipment and premises building point or metering point. Harmonic current flow from customer 1 to point of common coupling. This is a diagram. Next one is harmonic evaluation on the utility system. Harmonic evaluation on the utility system involve procedure to determine the accessibility of the voltage distortion for all customers. IEEE standard 519-1992 provide guidelines for acceptable levels for voltage distortion on the utility system. So based on IEEE means CBEMA gives acceptable levels for voltage distortion. Note that recommended limits are specified for the maximum individual harmonic component and for the THD, total harmonic distortion. So this is a flowchart for voltage limit evaluation procedure. So if you start this one, existing or planned facility. If there is a existing, that comes to the harmonic measurement. If there is a planned facility, that goes to characterize harmonic sources using manufacturer's data. If there is a existing, that goes to the harmonic measurement and come directly to the evaluate distortion levels. If there is a planned, that is a characterize harmonic sources using manufactured data, analyze the manufactured data and characterize that harmonic, and then go to model the system and determine system resonance condition. Finally go to the evaluation distortion levels. But that is a already existing system, there is no need to go these steps. Directly go to the harmonic measurement and finally go to the evaluate distortion levels, then the completed. Next one is a voltage. How can you find out the voltage limit exit or not? We can find out the voltage limit exit. No, that's a done. If there is a yes, go to the evaluate harmonic control scheme at the utility side, at the customer side. These are the steps to follow for voltage limit evaluation procedure. Current limit evaluation procedure. This procedure involves evaluation of harmonic generation characteristics from individual end user loads with respect to IEEE standards 519-1992 limits. However, special consideration is required when considering power factor correction equipment. Define the PCC. What is the PCC? Point of common coupling. For industrial and commercial end users, the PCC is usually at the primary side of a service transformer supplying the facility. Second one, calculate the short circuit ratio at the PCC and find the corresponding limits on the individual harmonics and on the total demand distortion. There is a two steps. One is that define the PCC. Second one, calculate the short circuit ratio. That is the SCR. So total demand distortion is equal to, already we know the formula. H is equal to H maximum IH square by IL. IL is a load current into 100%. If the harmonic producing loads consist of power converters with pulse numbering Q higher than 6, the limit indicates the table above or increased the factor of Q by 6. A procedure to determine the short circuit ratio is follows. Determine the three-phase short circuit duty ISC at the PCC. PCC is the point of common coupling. ISC is equal to 1000 into MVA by root 3 into kV amps. Find the load average kilowatt demand PD over the most recent 12 months. This can be found from billing information. Convert the average kilowatt demand to the average demand current in ampere using the following expression. The IL is equal to kilowatt by power factor into root 3 into kV amps. The short circuit ratio is now determined by short circuit ratio is equal to ISC by IL. ISC by IL is nothing but short circuit ratio. There are three common causes of harmonic problems. The sources of harmonic current is too great. The path in which the current flow is too long, resulting in either high voltage distortion or telephone interference. Third one is the response of the system magnifies one or more harmonics to a greater degree than can be tolerated. Principles of controlling harmonics. So what are the principles? Means reduce the harmonic current produced by the load. Add filters to either siphon the harmonic current of the system. Third one, block the currents from entering the system or supply the harmonic currents locally. Next one is modify the frequency response of the system by filters, inductors or capacitors. Devices for controlling harmonic distortion are in line reactors or chokes. Second one is zigzag transformers. Third one, passive filters. Fourth one, active filters. These are the four methods to control the harmonic distortion. So in line reactors or chokes, a choke or line reactor is a coil of wire around a magnetic core that creates a magnetic field when current flows through it. This magnetic field increases the impedance of the line and reduces the total harmonic content injected from the drive onto the facility's electrical system. What is an AC line reactor? Means AC line reactors are added to the input drive and placed in series with incoming line. They help to mitigate harmonics, and because of they are between the line and the drive, they are able to act as a buffer for surge and other transients. The intended purpose of line reactor is not to offer high level of surge protection, and if greater protection is desired, a dedicated protective device such as metal oxide varistor MOV or a transient voltage surge suppressor SPD is much better solution. The disadvantage of an AC line reactor is that they are normally larger than DC chokes and typically more. What is an AC line reactor? AC line reactors are to added to the input of the drive and placed in series with the incoming line. This also the line reactor always opposes the changes in current. If there is a short circuit current occurs, also that always opposes the reactor. This act as a protective device element also. They help to mitigate harmonics, and because of they are between the line and the drive, they are able to act as a buffer for surges and other transients. The disadvantage of AC line reactor is that they are normally larger than DC choke and typically more expensive. So by using zigzag transform also we can eliminate the harmonics. So the zigzag transformer will be designed just like as. Next one is the active power filters and passive filters also eliminate the dominant harmonics, that is the third and fifth and seventh harmonics. Based on the harmonic content we design a filter circuits.